Hey guys, Zach here at Pajama Theater. Today we're going to check out the Arrow video release of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This release came out in early 2018, not too long after the time I discovered Arrow for myself, so this is actually one of my earlier purchases. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is directed by the Chiodo Brothers, a trio of siblings from Bronx, New York. The original film was released in 1988, and I believe up until 2020 was actually their only feature-length film. In 2020, they partnered with Netflix to make a stop-motion adaptation of a book. It was called Alien Xmas. Regardless, there's definitely a lot of goodies packed into this release, so let's go ahead and open her up. So, as you can see, I was able to purchase a copy with the slipcover, since I did get it upon release, and I'm really glad that I did because the slipcover feels great and the art is just gorgeous. The blackish blue stripes on the cover are actually slightly metallic or reflective, giving off a really cool effect. On the spine, we can see that this release is AV-138. The back, of course, has a summary of the film and a list of all the supplements. We're going to go ahead and dive into that in a minute here. We can go ahead and remove the slipcover and see the standard packaging. It's the same artwork as the slipcover, but of course, with Arrow, the art sleeve is reversible. And I know a lot of people like to reverse them with slipcovers, so you get two pieces of artwork to see, so that's something really cool. Inside, of course, we have the Blu-ray disc, but they also pack in some other goodies here as well. We get a small booklet with frames of the clowns from the film, as well as a short excerpt talking about the perception of clowns during the release of the movie. It's a fun little read and a cool reminder of how movie climate has changed over the years. What's not so shocking now was certainly at one point or another, the biggest example being something like The Exorcist, right? But moving on, we also have a two-sided poster. On one side, we get the original artwork, and on the other, we get some more of the new artwork. If I were to ever hang this up myself, I'd probably pick the original artwork on this one myself. I think I probably would have picked the new artwork if they had kept the same print that's on the, the slipcover. Regardless, very nice inclusion. We also got a postcard ad. I love getting these things inside and seeing what movie they're showcasing. Looks like this one has JD's Revenge, a movie and release I've not seen myself. And with that, it looks like we've got all the physical goodies out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk supplements. This release is jam-packed with goodies to hear and see. The first, and probably my favorite, is the audio commentary. This release includes a commentary track with all three of the Chiodo brothers. Getting to watch the movie and listen to them reminisce about the filming and, kind of just their youth and how they got to film with so many people they knew is very heartwarming. Listening to them talk, you can really tell how much love and personality went into this project, and not only the movie, but their love for filmmaking as a whole. Which leads us into the next group of supplements. Arrow packed in a whole series of the Chiodo's short films from their younger days, during the late 60s and early 70s. Most of these films are stop-motion, or even a mix of stop-motion and live filming, and are silent. The set is a really cool window into the creative minds of the Chiodo brothers. My favorite is probably Land of Terror, where a group of boys must survive an attack from a stop-motion Cyclops. The techniques are really fun to see, and I can easily feel the early day inspirations reflected in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The next chunk of supplemental goodness is the amount of interviews Arrow put on this disc. With a total of 7 interviews, there's a lot to consume. They include interviews with 2 of the actors, Grant Kramer and Suzanne Snyder, who played Mike and Debbie respectively. We get an interview with John Masseri, who composed the music for the film, as well as one with the Dickies, who wrote and performed the theme song. Then we get a few interviews with various people from the production end, including one with all 3 of the Chiodo brothers, as well as the visual effects supervisor and creature fabricator from the film. My favorite interview here has to be the one with all 3 of the brothers. Once again, I just love listening to these guys go back and forth, but really all the interviews are actually pretty fun and worth checking out, especially the ones with Grant and Suzanne, as it is really cool to always hear things from the actors and actresses' side after all of the supplements from the other end. Arrow manages to fit in a few other things into this as well: a trailer for the movie, an image gallery, and several behind-the-scenes clips and clown auditions. There's even a few deleted scenes and bloopers. Finally, they even include a couple short documentaries on the making of the film. 2 of them are actually just shy of 30 minutes each. Overall, Arrow Video's release of Killer Clowns from Outer Space does not disappoint. Beautiful artwork and slipcover if you can get one, great paper goodies, and hours of supplements. This release is definitely one I think is worth checking out, and even if you're not looking to get a copy, definitely try and see the film if you can. It just might make you change your mind.